today is Nordic rule for spin parity. Till now, what we have seen is spin parity when we are talking about even system. We know that it's 0. Okay, if we are considering a odd system, that means we have either odd number of proton or odd number of neutron. Okay, then we know that we have to use the formula j to the power minus pi, right? Sorry, j to the power pi. So j will actually be taken up from the energy level at which we have the unpaired neutron or the unpaired proton, or okay, not and or unpaired neutron. And pi would be nothing but the parity. So parity can be calculated from the value of L. Okay, so parity can be calculated from the value of L. Okay, so that we are going to see seen, but then we what we have to do is this. Okay, excellent. Just wait. Okay, a bit of noisy neighborhood. Okay, so what we are going to do is we are going to find out the spin parity when we have both Z and N odd. So that means there is an unpaired proton and then there is an unpaired neutron. Okay, so if both neutron and proton are unpaired, we cannot use the conventional rule that we used till now. This is not an exception. The rule is totally different now. Okay, so just look into it. Okay, this is basically the Nordium rule. Just going to look into it very peacefully. So what we do is we have proton on one side and neutron on one side, and let's take the example. Okay? Let's take the example of chlorine now. Okay, so for chlorine we have got 38 as the value of A. That means the Z value is 17 and the N value is 21. Let's try to fill the energy level. And when we talk about proton, we see that see you can do the filling up. Okay, you can do all the fill up here, and then finally you see that there is a proton which is alone at F7 by 2. Now during your exam, please don't leave the gap in between and write down a P there. Okay, just like whatever I have done. Just try to fill it up. Okay? I'll just leave it up to you. I don't think it's a very difficult task. You already know it. Okay, and that is the number of proton. Okay, on the other hand, if you want to fill the number of neutrons, again you do it and you see that there is an unpaired neutron at 1d3 by 2. So there is an unpaired proton at 1f7 by 2, and then there is an unpaired neutron at 1d3 by 2. So the problem here is we don't have a single J value which will contribute to the property. So how do I find out the resultant J value and the resultant parity, whether it is odd or even? Okay. So this is the difficulty that we are going to do now. So let's find out each of them individually. So for the J value of proton, it's 7 by 2. We have it from here. Okay. Please look into it carefully. Okay. And what will be LP? So that means the L value. So it is the F state. So SPDF 0, 1, 2, 3. So that's 3. And then for the J value for neutron is nothing but 3 by 2 from here. And then the L value is D. So SPD. So that is 2. Okay. So if you want to now find out the parity, where it is odd or even, we don't use the formula. If you remember, we used it as minus 1 to the power L now. But now it is LP and LN. So we have got L of P and L of N. Okay, that's my cat. Okay, and disturbing. So we have got LP plus LN, and we have got 3 L value and 2 N value, which is 3 plus 2. So it is minus 1 to the power 3 plus 2. Simple. So we just get a minus 1. That means the parity is negative. That's Nordium's rule, altogether different for all word system. Okay. And then how do we write down the J value? Okay. Let's see how do we write down the J value. For J value, first you have to do this step. Take JP, take JN, take LP, LN. Add them up. You see what's the answer that you get. So if I take 7 by 2 plus 3 by 2 plus 3 plus 2, we get 10. So it's a big rule, okay? Please try to remember this. We get 10. 10 is even. So if it is even, the J value would be the 7 by 2 minus 3 by 2. You have taken a mod, so whichever is the value doesn't matter, you take at the beginning. You just take the mod of that. So you subtract one J value from the other. You can subtract the J value of P from the J value of N, or J value of N from the J value of P. So when you subtract one from the other and you take a mod of that, you get 2. That is your J value. Okay. Now you might ask me that what will be the parity? This would be nothing but the J value would be 2, and then this would be minus. So in your exam, or even in your entrance exam also, you'll see that these questions are given and the options will be either in half integral value. Like for now, up till now, whatever values we have found out or whatever spin parity we have calculated, all were in terms of 7 by 2, 3 by 2, 5 by 2, and so on, right? And it's even or odd. But then now you are also getting a state which is an integral value, okay? It's just 2, okay? So it depends on what kind of system you're considering, and depending on that, you will get J value. So this is your Nordium's rule. But then you will say, if this is odd, what will happen? This is even, right? 10 is even. If we add them up and get an odd value, what is there? It will be JP plus JN. So if it is even, we subtract the values. If this is odd, if we add up and this becomes odd, we add the value. So that is the Nordium's rule. Okay. So if I'm asking you Nordium's rule in exam, you can show this answer. Okay. You can directly write down this example and write the answer. I think that is fine. Okay. You don't need to explain everything, but I think this example will explain it much better. See here again, okay, I'll just explain this once more. What you have to do is you have to draw this energy level diagram. I'm a bit inclined towards these energy level diagrams, okay, so that you understand what you have done. Very important. Find out at what point the proton lies and at what point the lone neutron lies. Take what is the J value there, that will be J for proton. Take what is the J value here, this will be the J for neutron. So you've got JP and JN. Next, you have to find out what is LP and LN. LP is nothing but corresponding to the S state. LN is nothing but corresponding to the D state for this example. So we can find out the parity now. Minus 1 to the power LP plus LN, we get it to be negative. So that's negative. Next, my aim is to find out what is J. So I straight away cannot put down what is J. What I have to do is I have to add J, P, J, N, L, P, L, N, and then see if it's odd or even. If it is even, the J values are subtracted, and that will give me the resultant or the final J value. If they are odd, they are added. That will give me the final J value. And then we can say that the state or the spin parity is 2 minus for this case. Okay, so this is what is Nordium's rule is all about.